Hi everyone, welcome back to another speedrun tutorial video. This video is my first one for Dark Souls 3 and there's quite a lot that is different about running 3 in comparison to 2 or 1, so I thought I would do this intro video to explain a few things about the video that's coming up that I don't think there will be time to cover while we're doing the run itself. If you're not interested in a kind of overview of the run and how it works, then feel free to skip this video and go straight to part 1 and get started with killing Gunder. This is a route that I've built based on watching a bunch of videos, doing research, testing, etc. And a lot of it is based around watching the world record any percent glitchless run, watching Fudge Cow's any percent explained video, and using the resources on speedsouls.com. So since running Dark Souls 1 and 2, it actually seems like glitchless runs are considered a legit category, and there's lots of info out there, and there's leaderboards and lots of people trying to set new world records, which is great for people that want to do glitchless runs and want some resources to learn from. Yeah, let's start with who this video is for. If you're familiar with my videos, it's the same as always. This video is intended for people who have completed the game a couple of times and want to try doing it a bit faster, maybe in a single sitting. There's lots of safety strats in this video, and we're going to tag all the bonfires that we can, we're going to level up our EASTERNER'S, etc. And we're going to avoid any single-use items like resins, where if we die and we lose the resin, we've already used it, we're not going to be able to continue the run. That won't happen. If you die, maybe it's going to be harder because you can't use a resin, but I've made sure that you're always going to be able to still do the boss and still progress the run. There's no point in this run where a death means that the run is dead and you need to reset. This is a beginner's tutorial, and I think you should be able to kind of die and continue with your run. With that clarified, let's talk about the run itself. Firstly, let's talk about how a Dark Souls 3 speedrun works, because it's a little bit different to some of the other games. We are trying to do the same thing that we do in any other Dark Souls speedrun. We are trying to get our target weapon, get the materials and MacGuffins we need to upgrade that weapon, and then use it to run through the game as fast as possible. But in Dark Souls 3, upgrade materials are unlocked at vendors via ashes and the Shrine Handmaiden in Phalanx Shrine. For the basic TITANITE shards, there are two types of ashes: the WARDENS'S ashes in the Catacombs and the CHASER'S ashes in Farron Keep. So let's talk about that quickly. The WARDENS'S ashes are the easiest ones to get because we have to run right past them. So in terms of time save, they're great. They're in the Catacombs. We need to run past them to get to Volnir, who is a mandatory boss for any run through Dark Souls 3. So we can just grab them on the way. But the problem with that is that they are after the Abyss Watchers, and doing the Abyss Watchers without an upgraded weapon is very, very difficult. On the other hand, the Dream Chaser's ashes also allow us to buy shards at the shrine, and they're nice and easy to get. We can pick them up in Farron Keep by the Farron Wolf bonfire, and we can get them really early so we can fully upgrade before doing Sage or Watchers. But it's just not quite as fast because we have to go out of our way a little bit, and we have to go up the ladder to the bonfire, which is slow. So of course the world record any percent glitchless route for Dark Souls 3 takes the one in the Catacombs because it's faster, but the problem with that is it means that you have to fight the Abyss Watchers with very little HP and only a +2 raw short sword, which is really hard. So we are not going to do that. We will take the ashes in Farron Keep, and we are going to do Sage and Deacons as well before we do Watchers, because we can use the souls from those fights to get ourselves some extra HP to make the fight much easier. And in this route, Watchers is not too bad at all. It's just a little slower. For the large shards, we need to get the EASTERNER'S ashes in Irophil, which is after Pontiff. For our route, we're going to be able to pick up enough large shards in Irophil in the dungeon to get our weapons +5 before Pontiff, and then after Pontiff we will pick up the ashes and use that to purchase the remaining 4 shards that we're going to need to get our weapons +6. For the chunks, the ashes that we need to get the chunks is the ashes in Archdragon Peak, and that is too far out of our way. We don't have time to get the gesture and so on and so on. We can't do it. So that means that we need to pick up all 12 chunks that we need to get our weapon to +9 in Lothric Castle and the Grand Archives. But they're quite easy to get and it's not that hard. Finally, we get to the slab. So on our route with +10, the slab allows us to get +33 AR over the +9 weapon, and we can get that before we do Princes and Cinder, and that's a very decent damage bonus for 2 very hard bosses. So we're going to make sure that we get +10 before we do Princes. We are going to get the slab from the elevator in the castle, because we want to activate the elevator to take that to Princes anyway, because we want to be able to rest and upgrade our weapon before doing Princes once we've run through the archives. So for us, that slab at the bottom of the elevator is going to be the fastest slab we can get. I do think there's probably faster slabs in the game. There's a lot of different ways to get slabs in Dark Souls 3, but because we want to rest and upgrade before Princes, this works well for us. And I think that's it. I hope that is useful and explains some of the decisions that I've made in this route and the differences from the world record run, for example. I hope that this video is useful to you, and I wish you the best of luck in your runs. As always, if you have any comments or suggestions, or if there's anything in the video that I've gotten wrong, if there's anything I've missed, please feel free to put a comment and I will be happy to improve my own runs with your feedback. Okay, let's go!